My name is Tawess, and today I'm going to talk about what happens when you misplace a single piece of a 10-man squad kit that you really can't get again. I misplaced the back to one of my Kasrkins. It fell on the floor and then it was gone. Poof. Now, normally this would be that much of a problem. I have a lot of bits for everything, but the Kasrkins is a kit with very specific parts and poses. There is no cross-pollination with any other kit. So, I thought to myself, well, you have some green stuff, technically brown stuff, but it's still green stuff. It's an epoxy putty. It hardens to solid plastic. You can do things with it. It's like, let's see if we can make a new back to this. Because I'm not wasting money getting a new kit, new 400 Swedish crowns worth of plastic just to replace one back. No. Also, had it been the front, this would have been a non-issue, because you get an extra front plate. Because the front plate, you either can make a demo guy or a regular guy. The front would have been okay, but no, it was the back that fell off. The back went poof, I'm gone now, bye bye. So, you're sitting there thinking, but sculpting takes tools. It is true. I have a fair share of clay working tools. But I thought to myself, how about we actually try to make this as if I didn't have all these fancy things. I just got this little box of epoxy putty and trying to make something. So I'll be using only the supplies on my desk, which in this case includes a knife, a brush, what do you call those things? They're pinchy little things. We call them pincette, but I'm pretty sure that is not what you call them. Dear Lord, my entire brain is standing still. I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's small, pinchy, and picks up tiny parts. Yeah, there you see that thing. Anyway, so I'm going to just be using those to sculpt with. Manipulating the clay with these tools, and you're going to see the result by the end of the video. If you're still there, well, you can go jump there right now and realize that, oh my dear Lord, that isn't pretty. But pretty here isn't the core idea. The core idea is if it's doable at all. Because sometimes you need to sculpt parts, but you don't necessarily have all the necessary tools. And if you don't do a lot of sculpting, there is no point in investing lots of money into sculpting tools. Instead, you can use, as I do here, the fine edge of this one, just manipulating the clay, very easy. Using a brush to bevel things, and if you have a thin end of the brush, you can use that to manipulate the clay. Now, here I'm just pressing the backpack right into the soft clay to get an imprint of the mounting point of the backpack to get a better idea. So basically what I did here was smoosh a big piece of clay into the back to create the core of the back. I think it will be the back for most part of it. Now it also has this skirt bit we're going to be making, because again there are no parts for this and most of the backs are monopart. So we're going to make the skirt bit, and to paraphrase the masterful ace of clay, roll snakes of clay. There's no way to get around that. I think actually everyone works clay at some point or another, says snakes of clay. They're little snakes of clay. Yeah, so roll it out, smoosh it down till you find a good sized bit, cut it down. Be careful, wet your instruments a lot, because this clay, while not sticky, is tacky, and a little bit of water or some oil works perfectly to just keep things smooth. it also helps it come off. I'm using the sheet to one of the wet palettes, but it's basically just baking liner, I think they call it. The thing you line your baking trays with. It's just that. It's nothing fancy than that, just pre-cut that. So you can get that. Very cheap, very effective. So carefully just pick things up and apply them. This clay adheres to itself very well. And once it dries, it creates a fairly strong bond. If you have parts that fall off, you can always glue them back on afterwards. You do not need to include heat or anything. This is not like Fimo clay. So you don't need heat. It's self-drying, it's self-hardening, because you have a part A and a part B. You sort of start to have a silver and a brown piece. You mush those together, it's self-hardening. Very nice thing to have. Games Workshop's version is a yellow and a blue stripe, creating a green clay, hence the name Green Stuff. Because it's green, you make stuff out of it. Very, very tricky. But yeah, I can tell you, I redid these two pieces for the back, the armor plates for the back, many times, because these are tiny little bits, like 2 by 3 millimeters bits, and I do not have 2 by 3 millimeter bits fingers. As you can see, these are short, stubby sausage fingers, not designed for fine manipulation of things. Very good otherwise, but not for that. So I had to strip it off, redo it. But I also didn't think you want to sit there and see me redo the same thing like 25 times. Okay, maybe not 25 times, but at least 10 times. So, we just move forward. It is also very much not agreeing with anything. The rest is a bit too big. Trimming and once it's on its shaping is a big part of this. Now, if you're feeling a bit worried, you can always let the clay harden a bit, the putty harden a bit. That makes it easier to work with, less likely to smoosh. Also, to smooth it, you just apply water and just rub your finger over it, and it will smoothen out very nicely. It is fairly stiff. Again, not Fimo doll stiff, but it's not wax putty either. It needs a bit of pressure to work, so you don't have to be overly careful. Just a bit careful. But yeah, as I say, I wanted to give this a try to see if I could do it. And by that extension showing you that if you happen to break a part or lose a part, it might not be the end of the world. Sometimes you can just resculpt the part to some degree. In this case, it's never going to look as good as the original one, because that is injection molded plastic and this is a clay. But if you're making cloaks and stuff, you're most likely going to be able to make cloaks that looks a lot better than the ones Games Workshop makes, because the ones Games Workshop makes are fairly thick. Now you're just applying the belt. The belt is just a thin strip of clay that is smooshed down and shaped a bit, and pressed into a pre-made groove that I did by just pressing the back end of a brush back and forth, creating a divot. And then you just cut it to length. And with that, things are pretty much done. I don't know if you're gonna like this video. This is like my little side project. It's fun. We are gonna paint the actual Kasrkins once this has dried and hardened and get glued together. And then we're back to painting mechs again, because I have a pile of mechs sitting there that just needs to be painted. So yeah, I'm gonna treat you, if that's a treat, to a 360 shot. You can see it's really shoddy. It's rough as heck, but also remember that you are like right up to it, and this model is usually designed to be very much farther away. But as you can see, it's functional, and once you slip some paint onto it, it's going to look decent at least. So, until next time, stay safe, be kind, and as always, do play fair.